We're talking about Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry. Dalvin Cook, 9,500 at home against Jacksonville, with the Vikings having the highest implied team total, the only team total above 30 on the slate. And then Derrick Henry at 9,200 at home against Cleveland with the second highest implied team total at 29.75. Would not be surprised to see that break 30 sooner rather than later. And I mean, both of these guys set up as phenomenal DFS plays in week 13.
Yeah, they're both great plays this week. You literally can't go wrong with either one of them, I don't think. And my lean right now, if I had to pick one, because it's going to be hard to play these two guys in your lineup. I mean, they take up 18.7K off of your salary. So I think it's a pick 'em. You have to pick one. And my lean right now would be the big dog. I mean, it's time. It's December. He's 9,200, $300 cheaper at home. The Titans have the second highest implied team total. Just as good of a matchup, I think. Maybe Dalvin Cook's matchup is a little bit better against Jacksonville, who can't stop anybody. And Cleveland's defense does have some players on it, but it's nothing to be afraid of. So I think I'm just going with the big dog in December in cash. Obviously has very low receiving upside, but when he runs for 150 and 5, you're going to be sailing to the money. So give me the big dog over Dalvin Cook, but they're both great plays, and you can't go wrong if you play Dalvin Cook over Henry, I think.
I mean, man, it's tough. It's really tough because everything about the numbers and like the analytical part of my brain is saying that you don't play Derrick Henry at 9,200 in cash because, realistically, he's had one or fewer catches in the majority of games played in 2020, and I don't see any reason why that would change. We have a large sample size of knowing that the Titans don't want to utilize him in that way. But I mean, 3 straight games with over 100 yards rushing, coming off of a monster 3 touchdown game. The thing with Henry is like, you just need to basically expect for him to score 2 touchdowns and run for over 100 for him to pay off this salary in cash games. That being said, the common sense part of my brain, the reptilian part of my brain is just like, lighten up. Like, yeah, it's Derrick Henry in December time, D-Hember, as they say. So it's like, which side do you roll with? Do you roll with the numbers or do you roll with your heart?
Man, I mean, usually I'm the number guy. I'm going to roll with what the analytics say. But Derrick Henry in December at home, pretty good game environment, I think. He's cheaper than Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is also banged up. They're talking about lightening up his workload a little bit. Yeah. That's what the report was. Although he said he's good to go, he's good to keep his usual workload. I think it's just too hard to fade Henry, because if you fade him and he puts up a 35 or 40 point game, you're just going to be sick to your stomach. Now, Dalvin Cook obviously has that in his range of outcomes as well. I mean, he's been one of the best fantasy running backs in the NFL in 2020, but I don't know. I think I'm just leaning towards Derrick Henry. Maybe I'm just biased because it's the big dog, and I just don't want to fade the big dog in December. I just don't.
Hey, man, that sounds good to me. I'm ready to play Derrick Henry this week. I'm all aboard.